Well, ladies and gentlemen, we just concluded an epic day of action down here at the open water swimming. Our first day, we had two 10K races, the men and the women. Now, joining me to talk through some of this action is, of course, the incredible Sharon van Ruendel, passing the baton, I suppose, was our reigning world champion. Sharon, do you miss it?
Honestly, when I arrived, I didn't miss it. I was just excited to watch, not nervous at all. And then when I was at the ladies and behind the ladies at the start at the pontoon, and my father just texted me, "You miss it, don't you?" I was like, actually not. And then they jumped in and I was like, okay, I miss it a little bit.
Just a little. Just a little.
Yeah, just a little.
Conditions here in Singapore, they were tough for some of these athletes. You know, it was incredibly hot in the water, and of course this air, this humidity. Adjusting to that sort of stuff's very important as an open water swimmer, but it looked tough out there for some of them.
Yeah, it looked really tough. Like one of the favorites in my mind, like Marc-Antoine, he came out. Girls who finished their race and afterwards they needed like cold towels to refresh themselves. So it was, I think, tougher than everybody expected.
Yes, definitely. You know, and we had two races in one day as well. We started with that men's K, so I'm going to bring you in on that one because that was a fantastic race. We had Florian Wellbrock for Germany take that gold, his fourth individual gold medal world championship title in that event, which is crazy. Guangzhou, Budapest, Fukuoka, and now Singapore. An amazing performance.
Yeah, also how he bounces back. Like he had some races where he was disappointed, but now he just got the guts to go all out in the heat again and putting like a massive sprint, showing everybody that he is the best. So a huge congrats to him and so much respect that he loves racing in the heat and also that he just made it happen again.
Someone else who clearly loves what they do is Gregorio Paltrinieri from Italy. He's always such a joy to watch as well. He always seems to be having so much fun. But he had a fantastic performance, was chasing Florian down that final stretch, but just couldn't quite get there.
Yeah, I think there he came from a little bit far away because then he went on Cal Lee's hips. He had Cal Lee and then he passed him and then he went passing Oliver, which is costing extra energy. And then in the heat, that final stretch, I think there is where he could have done better, maybe to sit in the pack a little bit more to the front with Florian.
And I know you just mentioned he was like stuck on the hip of Kyle Lee, the Aussie, obviously taking that bronze. It was a photo finish for that bronze medal. But we were chatting about this, and you're sort of saying the prediction being that he's becoming sort of the new Ferry, right? Ferry was the master of that, of sort of getting the other athlete on their hip, and Kyle's doing that now.
Yeah, so I've seen him come like the last 1.5 years. He's up and coming, and I know him also because he's in the Australian team with my bestie Moisha, and I know he outtouched a few guys already the last year, so he has that drafting on the hip. Like he's a perfect drafter, and I know he also has his body weight into it. So Oliver Clayman is a really small guy, which sometimes is really a benefit, but in the drafting part it isn't. And I knew Cal never missed his touch, and here he went for the long stride and just outtouched Oliver. And I think it can be, well, I'm sad for Oliver, but I'm very happy that Cal is like proving a point that he's one of the best now. And I think he can be the one to watch because he can hold the pace. And then if he would have the step to Paltrinieri and Florian, then they will have a problem.
Yeah, because he's got that finish.
He's got that weight in him. He's got that finish. So let's see.
It was a great day for Australia. Your bestie walking away. I mean, you couldn't have asked for someone better in the women's program to pass the baton to be handing over that world championship title to your best friend. That's got to feel amazing.
Yeah, I think she was dreaming about it after Paris when I said I'll just go on a break and see if I continue or not. And we were chatting every day because she misses me. We were like roommates, and I left her in Germany, basically. She came all the way from Australia to train with Bernd. And she was still sacrificing every day, not seeing her family, just swimming on Sundays, going on camps where you want to cry, you can feel your body. You're getting sick because you lose weight, but still you have to train because one day not training is, in swimming, it's massive. And she did it all, so I was there when she needs me, and when she's doing fine, it's fine. And I wanted her to win. I wanted to pass this win, the 10K, the Olympic event, to her. And I always said, if you do it, I'm gonna cry so much. And even before, I had so much faith that she would do it.
Yeah.
But this is the first time she does it under expectations, and this is a breakthrough.
Yeah.
So.
Let's talk about the other athletes that made it onto the podium. Of course, Ginevra Tadeucci, an amazing athlete, and of course another one for Italy. Got out. Well, she looked absolutely wiped when she got out of the ocean, and you know, to still have that smile on her face and still to be so happy, like Greg.
Yeah.
You know, to have that silver medal. She said, "I was just following Mo. I was just following Mo." You know.
Yeah, that's where I think she could make it more interesting, because I love that girl too. She asked me for a T-shirt before Paris, and I was like, she's a fan of me, but we're racing together. Like, what's that? But I think she should also work on the back and spin, maybe make it more interesting. Go on Mo her hips sometimes if you have the power for it. And yeah, I would love to see her win a gold as well. Someday, because maybe a world championship gold as well, because I think she got a lot of silvers there.
Yeah.
And she's training hard. She even went for frequency, what was it at the end, like 98 or something. Like,
Crazy.
she did everything in that heat to get that medal.
Let's finish with that bronze medal. I know you're very happy with this. Lisa Poo. Amazing for her. She finally got that World Championship medal. Not just a World Championship medal, a world medal. It was Monaco's first ever medal. It was her first ever medal. And she was just over the moon with it.
Yeah, I'm so happy for her, because I've known her for years. We raced a lot of races, but also French championships, because before she was even French. And now she finally does it every time. Sometimes it was always like 4 for just there, but not there. And this, for me, this is the perfect podium of just like sweet girls deserving this medal.
Yes.
And they deserve it because they tried to swim in front at World Cups. They tried stuff and they just put it in this race, and now they got away with medals.
They got away with it. They
Yeah.
sacrificed
Yeah.
and it paid off. Tried new things, it paid off. But listen, that was the 10K, a great day of racing. Of course, we've still got the 5Ks coming up in a couple of days. We have that knockout. We have the relay, so there's so much open water to go. What are you most excited to see?
The knockout, I don't know it myself. I never done it. Once I did a race in Brazil, it was the opposite way, so it was the differences in the other order. I think we should just focus on the 5K. Flo proved his point. Does he want the double like the other years, like Fukuoka? I think he does. But the others, maybe Marc-Antoine or Christophe want revenge. You never know. So that's going to be very exciting. And then you have the women. I think Mo is, with confidence, she's too strong, or these girls need to change their tactics.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. A couple of days before we get there. But look, thanks so much for joining me. It's such a pleasure having you here. I love now. She might want to race, but I love having you as an ambassador. It's great. And of course, make sure you guys tune in and watch the rest of the open water action that's going to carry on throughout the rest of the week. It is most definitely not something you want to miss. Today's action was wild. We'll see you there.